This is For the Love of the Song, where you will hear from the artists themselves as they share with you inspirations and stories about their music. It's all for the love of the song.
Hey, this is Mike Blakely, and I want to talk to you about my new CD called Homemade Serenade. It's a collection of acoustic tunes that I wrote and recorded. And there's one song on there called Jesus and Juan. A lot of folks have asked me about this song and how I came up with such a crazy idea. I was in a museum in Austin, Texas. It's a fine art museum called the Blanton Museum right near the University of Texas campus. And I was looking at some of the beautiful works of art they have in the Blanton. They have a really good collection of Italian Renaissance paintings. And I noticed that 3 or 4 of these paintings by the Italian masters depicted Jesus and John the Baptist as they were children. They grew up together, they were cousins. So Jesus and John used to hang out in the neighborhood together when they were little kids. And some of the Italian masters liked to paint that. And so I got to wondering how these Italian master painters knew what Jesus and John looked like as they were children. And of course, I know they probably used a couple of little Italian kids down the street to use as models, but my creativity got to whirling in my head, and I thought, well, maybe Leonardo da Vinci, for example, had a time machine, and he went back in time to meet Jesus and John. And if he had a time machine, he probably got it from Albert Einstein. Well, this makes sense now if you think about it. Albert Einstein knew about the theory of relativity. He said time travel was possible, and so he invented a time machine. And who would Albert Einstein want to meet? Well, he would want to meet Leonardo da Vinci. So Albert Einstein takes his time machine back to the Renaissance, or Albert meets Leonardo, and Leonardo says, hey, I want to go meet Jesus. So they go back in time and meet Jesus and John as children. They paint pictures of them. And from there, the story just kind of got a little crazier and weirder. But it's been a fun song to play on the road. It's got some humorous elements to it, and folks tend to request it a lot. So that's the story behind my song, Jesus and Juan.
Jesus and Juan, they grew up together in a third world country in some pretty tough times. Juan became a Baptist, he never drank much anyway. Jesus was Jewish, and once he made some wine. Jesus and Juan posed for a portrait for Leo da Vinci, who was traveling through time. 'Cause he'd hitched a ride back from the Renaissance on a time machine invented by Alberto Einstein. This is the story of Juan the Baptist, Jesus the Savior, and Alberto Einstein. With Leo da Vinci and 2 chicks from Vegas, they were saving the world, spreading true love, traveling through time. Now some folks say that Jesus went missing about umpteen years or so in the middle of his prime. And Juan was said to wander all alone out in the desert. The truth is that both of them were traveling through time. 'Cause Jesus and Juan, they played Major League Baseball in the 21st century for the Atlanta Braves. And they won the series that year. And in Game 7, Juan pitched 6 good innings, but Jesus got the save. This is the story of Juan the Baptist, Jesus the Savior, and Alberto Einstein. With Leo da Vinci and two chicks from Vegas. They were saving the world, spreading true love, and traveling through time. Well, Jesus said one day, Juan, you know they kill us, don't you? Yeah, I read it in the Gideon Bible, back at the Motel 6. Juan said, yeah, I know, cuz. Let's not rush home just yet. Let's go out and see some sights, have some fun, and get our kicks. So, Jesus and Juan and friends, they sailed with Magellan, and they flew with Amelia, and they rode with Buffalo Bill. And Leo and Alberto fell in love with twin sisters from Vegas named Mona and Lisa, who are smiling about it still. This is the story of Juan the Baptist, Jesus the Savior, and Alberto Einstein, Leo da Vinci, and two chicks from Vegas. They were saving the world, spreading true love, traveling through time. Juan said one day, cuz, you know this world's messed up, man. But it would have been worse if we hadn't done what we gotta go do. I'm going back there, gonna face my destiny, 'cause I got the courage now. And Jesus said, me too. So Jesus and Juan, they said, so long to Leo, they said, adios Alberto, and they left the twins in tears. Went on back to Nazareth, gonna meet their maker, and they never said another word about their missing years. This is the story of Juan the Baptist, Jesus the Savior, and Alberto Einstein, Leo da Vinci, and Mona and Lisa from Vegas. They were saving the world, spreading true love, traveling through time. Juan became a Baptist. He never drank much anyway. Jesus was Jewish, and once he made some wine.
It's all for the love of the song.
For the Love of the Song is brought to you by Outlaw Magazine, outlawmagazine.com.